Fall 2021. It was a typical, seemingly uneventful night in Brookhaven. The weather was clear with light winds, as various Brookhaven residents got an unusually early start to their day. Captain Jeff Champion and First Officer Jessica Flyer were manning the red-eye return flight from Costco.
It was a normal flight from Costco to Brookhaven. We've done it hundreds of times. Very routine.
Avid equestrians Sharon, Martha, and Joellen were enjoying a twilight horseback ride on the popular Ladybug Trail, a scenic jaunt winding through the mountainous countryside.
About 3 or 4 times a year we do these twilight horseback rides. We start at 4 a.m. and go till mid-morning. It's so peaceful.
And 30-year-old Howie Suburbs was up early for his graveyard shift as a Brookhaven Uber driver. I work 7 days a week, leave my house at 4 a.m., Uber people to work all morning. It's a pretty sweet gig. The city seemed calm, quiet, and serene at 4 a.m. that morning as the pilots left Costco en route to Brookhaven. The horseback riders headed down the trail, and Howie's Suburbs started his commute. But little did any of them know, they were just hours from disaster. A loved one is in jail. Get them out fast with Big Bernie's bail bonds. We know bad things can happen to good people, and good things can happen to bad people. Either way, we'll get them out 24/7. Just call Big Bernie's bail bonds today if somebody's in jail and you want them out. Big Bernie's bail bonds. When the temperatures are freezing, when the snow is falling, there's just one thing to do. Put on your bathing suit and jump into the nearest ice-cold body of water. Take the polar bear plunge, one of the planet's most insane and medically risky traditions. Coming to Brookhaven's own Lake Madison. Polar bears are physiologically suited to submerge their bodies in ice water. Humans are not, but we're gonna do it anyway. The polar bear plunge. Sign up today. Risks of this activity include cold stress shock, mild, moderate, or severe hypothermia. Children, the elderly, and people with low body fat are at the highest risk of these conditions. Please plunge at your own risk. As daybreak approached, the town of Brookhaven was suddenly engulfed in a thick, heavy, and virtually opaque fog. Fog is a meteorological phenomenon that occurs when air is cooled to the point it can no longer hold all the water vapor it contains. It's tiny water droplets that hang in the air, so it's essentially a cloud on the ground. On Flight 1101, conditions deteriorated at a shockingly fast rate. Because of the fog, visibility was not just low, it was non-existent.
We tried to circle for a while, but we were almost out of fuel. We were going to have to land immediately. We were nervous, the passengers were scared. It was a bad, dangerous situation.
Meanwhile, things weren't much better on the Ladybug Trail for Sharon, Martha, and Joellen.
We realized pretty fast that we were lost and out of food. I tried to call for help, but I had run my battery down by playing June's Journey. Survival was key. We knew that at some point, we would probably have to kill and eat each other. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
And for Howie Suburbs, along with many other early bird commuters, a chain of events was set into motion that would soon snowball out of control. I couldn't see 5 feet in front of me. I was driving along and bam! I hit a stalled car. Then bam! Another car hit me. Then bam! 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 Car after car just slamming into each other. It was the worst pileup in Brookhaven history. And I didn't think I was going to make it out alive.
Feel like dancing between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Saturday nights? Come to Club Brooks, where you can dance to 4 amazing signature songs, like this one. Or this one. This one. And even this one. And don't miss the dance-off on Saturday nights. Club Brooks features a full-service bar and a VIP area. Club Brooks, located above Hair and Nails, right next to the mayor's office. Missed an episode of Storm Stories Brookhaven? No problem. All episodes are available to watch anytime on Play All Day. We've got the Great Brookhaven Flood, the Brookhaven Tornado, the Brookhaven Firestorm, the Brookhaven Blizzard, and the Brookhaven Fog. Storm Stories Brookhaven, only on Play All Day. 30,000 feet above Brookhaven, the crew of Flight 1101 struggled to find a solution to the fog problem.
A very risky emergency landing was our only option.
With their fuel level on empty, they had no choice but to make an emergency landing with 0 visibility. But as they began their final approach into Brookhaven, things took a dramatic turn.
And then, suddenly, we could see the runway.
As the sun rises, it warms up the air and the ground, bringing the temperature up and causing the fog to evaporate.
We were cleared to land, so we did.
Likewise, across town, just as the horseback riding trio were deciding the ideal order of their self-imposed cannibalism pact, they faced a major turn of events.
Just like that, poof, the fog was gone. We were able to navigate back to civilization and eat real food. Scariest 20 minutes of my life.
And for the commuters piled up on the outskirts of town, a change of fortune was on the horizon. All at once, and as if by magic, the ghostly fog that had enveloped Brookhaven faded away. The nightmare was over. Ambulances came, tow trucks came, no more crashes. We were finally safe. After the harrowing events of that foggy morning, Brookhaven became dedicated to educating residents on fog safety. I think everyone learned some valuable lessons about the perils of fog that morning. It was a day none of us will soon forget.